And we are live. I just realized my thumbnail sucks donkey balls. Like, what does one have to do, to like get a decent thumbnail in order? There are a few things you can do, but I just chose not to do them. All right, what do we have here? Okay, Anderson is starting off the day for us, and rightly so. You wouldn't want any other. You wouldn't want a dude not named Jimmy opening up the day for us. As we see, Rob Key seems to have lost 10 grams off his face. Only kidding. That's not possible. All right. The pitch looked even better than yesterday, so if that's any sign of things to come. Whoa, that's a beauty from Jimmy. Get some lift from a length over there. Nicely left there by Conway. Left it on length. Decent shape back into Conway there. Yep, left it on length. Any batsman who can leave on length, I have a special respect for, because that means you're watching the ball like a hawk till the end. That's a loud appeal and turned down. I don't think. I mean, my stream was really blurry, but from what I could gather, it definitely seemed like it was either pitching outside leg or it was going above. Joe Root kind of struts to the stumps, makes casual conversation, has hands on the hips. That's a sign of, listen, don't bother me with these frivolous reviews. That's hitting above the knee roll, A. And from what I could see, why does my stream seem like I'm in 1987? Hold on, I need to refresh. Or is it refresh? Pardon. Ooh, almost played that on. It would be the third played on of the innings. But good start there by Anderson. Got his length and areas bang on straight away. Yesterday, Maharani was being plugged to me, and today there is every dude from Delhi that's selling me a Philips shaver. Guess what? I got two of these babies. One doesn't work, and one does, and that's all you need. That's all you need. One working trimmer is the secret to a groomed life. I think I should be writing Philips ads now. Brody will continue from the other end. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritties and the topics of discussion that warrant some amount of deliberation, if I'm allowed to say that. If I'm allowed to say that. If I might do a little bit of Joey Carson for you. Yeah. All right. So Ollie Robinson, that's been the story after Devin Conway's beautifully restrained and there was an element of romanticism attached to that 100 as well. Let's get into Devin Conway a little bit later. Broad to Nichols. Nice channel outside off. Bracey, Bracey doesn't gather the ball. It kind of swung away from him. And it's astounding that English keepers also face this problem, because I can understand visiting keepers having this problem, because it's known. I've been watching tests in England since 1996, and it always seems to do that. It swings after the ball's past the bat, and yet local keepers don't account for it. I don't get it. Oh, actually, that kind of dipped on Bracey. They sneak a single because of that. James Bracey is not pleased, and rightly so, man. It's your debut. You don't want to be fumbling these. It's a good, solid, punchy on drive there. Not on drive, straight drive there by Conway. Not absolutely flush off the middle, but gets enough on it to get Dos in Spanish is two, or I'm guessing two. I don't know. Dos. Does that make it better? Yeah, it almost got the outer half of the bat, but the presentation was so straight. And I mean, I've been harping about the purity of his check drive since yesterday. So please don't make me do that all over again, because you should have been here yesterday. Should have been here yesterday. Okay. All right. We just have 3 viewers. All right. That's okay. That's fine. Guys, just chat it up. Ask me some questions. Let's talk about the cricket. Okay. Anyway, Ollie Robinson apparently made some very instigatory tweets against certain races and certain gender when he was about 12 years old. Oh, not 12 years old, 2012. How old is Ollie right now? How old is Ollie right now? 1 second. Ollie Robinson age. 2012. I mean, as a teenager, but it'd be nice to see. Okay, he's 27 now. It's my age. So it would have been what? He would have been a 15-year-old stupid little bratty English lad. Yeah, and where is he from? He's from Margate. Where's Margate? Anyway, he plays for Sussex. Okay, anyway, point being, this 15-year-old Ollie made some tweets. I mean, first of all, who's tweeting at 15? You're supposed to be, locked in your room, getting food served from under the door when you're 15. I guess that makes sense then. Yeah. If you're locked in your room and getting food served under your door when you're 15, then you have to make sexist and racist tweets. I mean, that's just a perfect correlation. Makes sense. Anyway, I think, and yesterday evening, I was just, me and my other, and the friends of the casual legging in the chat also are wondering why Ollie Robinson was not being given a bowl. Did that have anything to do with it? Because I don't know when this news came out. Did it come on the morning of yesterday? Or did it come after day's play? And this is no news. I remember reading about this a lot. I'm pretty sure it was Ollie Robinson, unless there are two English cricketers who made teenage sexist and racist tweets, which is highly improbable. Improbable doesn't mean impossible if you know some mathematics. And Rory Burns seems to be sticking to that ponytail. Nice hard length there by Brody. The ball is still fairly new. It's just, 8 overs old. So maybe let's not jump into conclusions and declare that Ollie Robinson is being sidelined because of the news coming to the surface. So let's just give it a little bit of time. But if he's not being bowled this session, then that's a clear indicator, right? That becomes like clear as daylight. So I'm really hoping that's not the case. Poor guy. I don't think he should be copying something like that when he was he was a teenager, for fuck's sake. Lord knows I've made my fair share of mistakes as a teenager. Making more now, which is not the most desirable thing, but Lord knows I made my fair share of idiocy-driven catastrophes. It's Anderson, 3 slips in place to Nichols. A squarish drive there, but got lovely timing on it. Oh, that was Conway, actually. I was wondering what the gun and more was doing on Nichols' bat. Yeah. Squarish drive there by Conway. Got to the pitch of the ball and, just leant on it a little bit. Enough timing on that to beat cover. Yeah. It was not full. It was good length-ish. Yeah, it was good length. And then he just there's nothing really happening off the surface. And it is established that this is easy-paced AF. Got his hands through it nicely. Slightly opened the face. And that's why it went through the squarish region of the square. But that's 4. And Conway is on to 143. And second ball of the over, Anderson to Conway. Good length outside off stump, defended from the crease and astutely. No run. So, okay, yesterday I made my prediction. My prediction for yesterday's end of day's play was 285 for 4. Today, my prediction is 254 for 3, and I'm hoping they get a full day's play in. And considering that, I think New Zealand will be folded out for about 475 to 500, which is a great first inning score. Oh, that came back sharply, pitching on middle, hitting him on the thigh guard. Um, Conway does well. I mean, Conway's not bothered about being hit on the leg stump because he doesn't seem to be. I mean, yesterday he pulled really well. He drives straight on both sides both sides of the V. He square drives. He has not really cut the ball and he's not really flicked the ball. He's a really good puller of the ball. He's not really cut the ball. He's not really flicked. That flick. Actually, what am I saying? Actually, he doesn't flick through the mid wicket region. He kind of gets stuck. It almost gets stuck over here, and he presents a full face of the bat. He doesn't kind of unlock his wrist through the mid wicket region. He's very good square of the wicket on the leg side. That's a different ball game altogether. Yeah, there the ball just sneaking between bat and pad. That's just Jimmy at his best on the conditions that are given to him. Pitching on middle off, and then thudding into his thigh guard. This is the 5th ball of the over. Anderson to Conway, 3 slips. Short of length, above the 5th stump line, and nicely rides the bounce and defends it onto the square. Yeah, how is that pitching in line? Yeah, I mean, like I called this. I mean, remember there was an LBW shout the previous Jimmy over, and I said it's either pitching outside leg or going above the stumps. It looks like it's pitching in line, but just about, but well over the stumps. Well over the stumps. Last ball of the over. Conway on 143. There are 3 slips, point, cover, and a wide mid-off. Leaves that one outside off stump. Good length. Invited him for the drive, but Conway was like, no thanks, mate. I'm going to board my time on this pitch and get to a 150. Anyway, I'd like to know what your thoughts are on Ollie Robinson. Do you think it's fair? Kishore Selvaraj. Good to see you, Kishore, Mr. Kishore Selvaraj. Kishore and I hopefully will be covering a few Lakers games on the stream. No promises, no guarantees, but we should have a few Lakers games coming right to your doorstep. And wait till you are exposed to the wizardry at the behest of Mr. Kishore Selvaraj. Come on, man. Exactly. As Chuck would say, come on, man. Absolutely, man. I'm coming on. So good to see you on the stream, Kishore. All the way from Salem or E-Road. And this stream is from Banashankari, Bengaluru, in case you're all wondering. So yesterday we got the numbers up from 131 subscribers to 135. And wait 1 second. It's broad to Nichols. And this is just about good length, too wide to trouble Nichols. But I could see a hint of away movement from around the wicket. Anyway, I was what was I saying? I was saying there we see an old grandma dressed in pink. First time seeing such a lady on in a cricket stadium. I wouldn't want to mention where else have I seen this, because this is just not the platform for doing so. Broad to Nichols. Nichols makes an exaggerated front foot movement before the ball's arrived. It's almost like Nichols likes to get across the stumps before the bowler has loaded up. I think that's his trigger movement. But what happens in that case is that you'll have a tendency of falling across. Like the ball that comes in then becomes the problem. Obviously, when you're feeling great and your hand-eye coordination is working perfectly well, perfectly in tune and oiled, then it's not a problem. But if you're having an off day, then that ball becomes a little tricky. Oh, solid on drive, punchy on drive to that good length ball on leg and middle. Just stays in the crease and just transfers his weight onto that punchy on drive and gets to a wonderfully constructed 50. 50 of 158. Uh, Happiest man right now is Henry Nichols, his wife, his parents, and Chiteshwar Pujara, who's just landed in the UK with the other boys and girls of the Indian cricket team. So, yeah, Henry Nichols. I think I alluded to the fact that Nichols has got a lot of hussy about him, and I still maintain that. Just the way, look at that shot, for instance. He punched it solidly. That had four written all over it, and yet he ran. That's such a hussy behavioral type. Ooh, nicely played there in the end. Effort ball on seven stump, dug in, pitched and sort of moved away. I think Nichols was didn't plan to play at it, but because of that slight movement, he got tempted, but then just controlled the stroke and got it down. His Test career is pretty impressive. 45 700s, and I don't know. I was reading somewhere that Henry Nichols is preferred white ball cricket. I don't know. I think I saw it on a Crick Buzz profile or a Crick Info profile. I'm not sure. Similar delivery. This time Nichols choosing to leave the ball, and rightly so. 90 overs up. Should have been 90 overs up yesterday evening. Never mind. As we've seen Nichols's innings so far. Yeah, very, very hussy. Very hussy. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but there's so much hussy in him. I like his setup. His setup is very, gets him in prime position to deliver, to make solid contact with the ball, because he's got a very straight backlift. The bat comes from keeper and first slip, and not square. Devin's backlift is a little squarer. I mean, that doesn't mind. It doesn't matter, but that just enables him to play in straight lines, even when he's playing through the leg side. Anderson to Conway. That's a beautiful, languid drive, wide half volley, albeit, but he just leant into that. This time there was a extended flourish of the blade. It was not a check drive. It was a full-blooded cover drive. So much languidness about that, lackadaisicalness about that stroke. Very, I think Sangakkara is in the stadium, and he would get a semi watching the stroke. So pure. I just noticed something about Devin Conway's stance. He's got an open stance. I don't know if that's because he's facing Jimmy from over the wicket. I don't know. I didn't observe it very well. He leaves that one outside off stump, but he's got a slight open stance, which is good for the ball coming back in, honestly, because then you're like always have enough space for your bat to come in a straight line and not like get the pad in way, even if you fall across. So, especially in a place like England against bowlers of Jimmy and Broach class who can like get that one that comes back in any time it will. Three slips, continuing with three slips. Boy, does it look pretty as yesterday. Slight tinge of grayness, which happened yesterday afternoon, as gets a thick inside edge and goes for one. Effort ball there by Jimmy. 135 clicks for Jimmy is 142, 143 of Jimmy of 2005. Yeah, I just love the squares in Lords. There's the light green, dark green, light green, dark green, light green, dark green. I hope these the groundsmen are treated well. I hope they get their bellies rubbed after doing a good day's work. Because they do a fan. It's a work of a this is nothing short of art, honestly. Yeah, you can buy a Beeple's digital art for $145 million or whatever. But nice ball there by Jimmy. Perfect length. On, off. Defended well. Jimmy is too lazy to field out of his own bowling, and they scamper through for one. Jimmy doesn't look very happy. He's not happy. He's not a happy person in general, but he's little you can tell that he's grumpier than usual. Anderson to Conway. That's lovely. That's a nice flick to the square, deep backward square leg region by Conway. As I was mentioning, Conway can flick and pull square on the leg side, not too much in the mid wicket region. He tends to drive them straight in the mid wicket region. I think this. I mean, it's not a very okay. Essentially, Devin Conway is a South African. He's a full-blooded South African, so it's not. He's got that Graeme Smith-esque driving on the mid-wicket region. That's not to say I'm comparing the two, because because Devin Conway is if I have to give, I don't know what kind of analogy I can give over here, because Devin Conway is Sasha Gray and Graeme Smith is Adriana Chechik. Devin Conway is Mia Malkova and Graeme Smith is Adriana Chechik. Yeah. The pavilion looking as oval as ever. Who's this? I know this dude. I know this lad. Is he Stuart Broad? Continues from the pavilion end. That short of a length angling in, kind of rushes Conway into a half-hearted tuck down shot. He gets to a 150 with that single on the square of the leg side region. Quick single that, and he gets to 150. So Devin Conway has had a let's go. We are just 3 viewers right now. We can easily do like one. We can easily do a lot more, guys. Honestly, easily do a lot more. Lot more in the offing. Nichols, and I think I missed that. Did he cut the ball there? They come back for 3. Is that a drop chance? God damn, son. Can you play it back? Rory Burns with his silly little pony. God damn. What happened there? Why are they showing this? I just need to see the shot again. Okay, there was a misfield clearly. Oh, he thought Dan Lawrence would pick it up and back him up over there. And turns out Dan Lawrence did a quick shimmy back, thinking Rory Burns had it covered. So a good old English mix-up. Whatever the fuck that means. You can see Broad having the shiny side on the inside. Ooh, not bad. That's on a length. Starts off on 5th stump and then kind of jags back and floats over middle stump. Floats over off stump. Well left there by Conway. Too wide. Okay, we see the highest scores on debut. Matthew Sinclair, if anyone remembers, 214 on debut. 1999. Hamish Rutherford, 171 in Dunedin, 2013. Jimmy Neesham. Oh, shit. When Jimmy Neesham comes, you just tend to remember that he has played cricket. 3. Oh, well played there. That kind of straightened from around the wicket on 5th stump, and Conway plays it with soft hands, steers it past all the 3 slips and collects 4. That's the advantage of not committing early. He has a little back movement. It's not a back and a cross movement. It's like a 1 centimeter back movement. So he just moves it, gets himself steady, watches it till the end, accounts for the straightening, and just kind of steers it with soft hands. English commentators like Bumble would say, "Oh, that's edged." I'm talking like a snooker commentator that I know. But "Oh, that's edged. Oh, that's edged." Oh, I think I've got my boycott pretty nailed down. I think I have to work on my Bumble a lot more. "Oh, that's edged. Oh,
Oh, that's a little streaky. Oh, that's 4. Edged. Can I just do Michael Holding? Edged in 4 runs. Actually, has it? No one has told Mikey that it's obvious, Mikey, that the ball is moving and the batsmen are running, and that's what you call runs. Describe something more. Runs. Anything. Runs. I think I'm going to do that next time. There's a ball which counts for some runs. I'm just going to say runs. Is that fine? Does that work? There's 2 people watching. All right. All right. That's cool. 2 people watching the stream. Brother from another mother. Okay, what do we have here? We have there's some field changing going on, dictated by Grumpy Jim. And yesterday I was watching the highlights on the ECB YouTube channel, and I realized no one really talks 3 seconds into the ball has been bowled. So there's quiet 2 seconds before the ball is bowled, 3 seconds after the ball is bowled, and then someone will be like, 2 runs there. 2 slips here for Conway. That's been pulled, swiveled and pulled. Doesn't get enough meat on that. Takes the inner half of the bat. Goes to short square leg. When I say short square leg, I mean beside the keeper, within the square, within the pitch area. Jimmy's got his hands on his hips. He's thinking about the curator. He's like, how can you give me the first pitch of the English summer? Should have expected a little more. Little more grass on this, honestly. But I think it's a great cricketing wicket. 2 slips around the wicket to Conway. 2 wide. Lets it go. Bracey gives it to Dom Sibley, who's going to entertain us a lot when he comes out of bat. Yes, I'm sarcastic, in case you didn't pick up on the tone. Picking up on tone is very crucial if you want to succeed in society and be a slave to the many encumbrances that society weighs on you. If you if no one's watching, I'm just going to become like, oh shit, that's 0. We're at 0. We're officially at 0 people watching. Lol. This is fucking crazy, man. This is fucking crazy. Oh, yes. That I forgot. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Hold on, brother. That's what I was wondering. Where is this? Yeah. All right, let's go. Left ash row. Okay, Ollie Robinson back into the attack. Okay. All the theories can rest to bed. We have Ollie bowling around the wicket, over the wicket to Nichols. Lets that one go fairly easily. That's a absolute warm-up delivery. That's a roll. That's a rollover. That's a 124 clicks. Come on, Ollie. You got to. Okay, I think was it Wasim Akram or someone else who just hate bowlers. I think he used to be very critical of Zahir Khan because Zahir Khan used to have this habit of bowling the first ball as an absolute loosener. And I tend to agree with him. The first ball, you want to create a good impression, saying that you're here for the battle. And anytime you come in and just, kind of just approach the crease and just get your arm working, do that before the game. Not the first ball that you're bowling on a fresh day of a test match. Here we see Ollie's, but having said that, Ollie's got some he's got some fight in him. He's got some rowdy in him. He's got that spunk as Nichols gets that away to the mid-wicket region with a flickish drive and will collect 2 or 3. That's really well run. Ollie Pope throwing it from the deep mid-wicket and almost knocks Ollie Robinson's Ollie to Ollie. Pope to Robinson. That's a nice little well-timed clip past short mid-wicket. and they run really well to get 3. It'll be Ollie Robinson to Conway. So I think when we get to about 5 viewers, let's start talking about Conway. I have a few interesting things to talk about him. So I will save that for when we actually have viewers. We have just one person right now joining in. 0 right now. That's fine. That's okay.
That's all right, bro.
It's cool. What do we have here? No one's watching. We have no viewers. No viewers whatsoever. Very encouraging. Extremely encouraging. Anyway, Robinson to Conway, just short of a length, tucks him up a bit, just kind of keeps it down to the onto the leg side. No run there. 92.5 overs, 276 for 3. They've gone on pretty well so far. Put on already about 30 runs in the 6 overs that they bowl. That's fast. That is fast. That just shows you that they're building on their confidence that they gathered from yesterday. 2 slips in place. Bowls that pretty angles it across the left-hander from over the wicket, and Nichols, Conway just happy to leave that one. It's 276 for 3, 93 overs up. And so the India women's team and the men's team have touched down on UK soil. I think they were going to be under hard quarantine for about 5 days. That's till about June 8th, and only then will they hit the practice facility at the AGS Bowl. I was about to say AGS Bowl. And is there any nationality that says bowl? Good ball. Even the Aussies would say good ball. Oh, bow. That's bow, man. I eat my soup out of bowl or bowl. Bowl. Brought to continue from the other end, from the pavilion end. Facing up to Nichols. Okay, not the pavilion end, from the nursery end, because we can see the pavilion. I'm confused. I will take a day or two to figure out whether it's the end that we can see the pavilion is the... Okay, so obviously he's bowling from the nursery end. And if I'm not mistaken, he prefers the pavilion end. Full on middle, clipped away to mid-on. That's a little wide. And scampers through for 1, does Conway. Let's go. All right. As we see David Lloyd, who's got frames just like me. I don't know who inspired whom. See a guy who's definitely gone under a few sessions of chemotherapy, but has survived. He's definitely a cancer survivor in the MCC members area. Salute, sir. I'm guessing you had cancer. I have no idea. Stuart Broad to... That's a nicely timed punch. No run to mid-on. Full on off. Almost walks into that punchy drive, does Conway. No run. Atherton and Lloyd, two Lancastrians. It's amazing how the county is called Lancashire, but the people from the county are Lancastrians. Do we have any viewers? We have one person, one solitary viewer. All right, cool. Listen, I can do this in Hindi as well, but I just didn't want to go to... I didn't want those days to arrive so quick. You know what I mean? I guess you guys don't. Anyway, one person is watching, so I gotta entertain this bloke, whoever he or she is. When I said bloke, I obviously meant a he. But then again, this whole thing of people writing pronouns in their Twitter and Instagram bios, I still don't understand what that exactly means. He, him, she, her. If someone in the chat can explain what that exactly means, that'll save me a few brain molecules, brain chemical molecules. Full on off, a wristy flick, square of the region, square to deep backward square leg, and that'll be two. I've mentioned this before. Conway is really wristy when it comes to the square region on the leg side, not the straight region. He drives very. His wrists are locked when he's driving through mid wicket, but it unlocks when he's driving through the square leg region. Interesting. Two slips in place for Brody. 93.4. Two more balls on the over. And good length. Drives that uppishly to mid off. No timing on that. Drives it from the crease. No real weight transfer on that. And maybe that's why the timing suffered. Didn't really get into it. No run. And we approach the last ball of the over. All right. Jack Leach is getting his feet taped. I don't know whether it's for fun or it actually he needs it. With hair like Jack Leach and a name like Jack Leach, I wouldn't be surprised if it's for fun. Two slips in place over the wicket. Good ball, well defended, on a length, on top of off. Defends it from the crease. Very late, very nice. Soft hands into the punch. That's good cricket all round. 279 for 3 in 94 overs. So I was saying hard quarantine for the Indian boys between June 3rd to June 8th. And after that, they'll be able to use the practice facilities in the AGS Bowl. The Indian women will be off to Bristol for their test match on the 16th. The World Test Championship final is on the 17th. That's poor scheduling because Indian women are playing Test cricket after 3 years, and why would you schedule it alongside the world's greatest cricketing match ever till date, the World Test Championship final? That's a classic stealing. The boys are stealing the girls. They've always stolen the girls' thunder when it comes to cricket, but as Conway deflects one neatly to fine leg. Sorry, Nichols deflects one neatly to fine leg and turns strike over to Conway. I mean, poor scheduling. They should have had the Indian women play after the World Test Championship final. Now, everyone's going to be watching. I mean, not to put women's cricket, show women's cricket in but the facts are that people are going to be tuned into the men's cricket rather than the women's cricket because they're clashing. They're clashing, and it's in England. It's the same time. So I think there was a scheduling blunder. Unless I'm getting the dates wrong over here. If I'm not wrong, they do play on the 16th. We are up to 3 people. All right, cool. 3 is better than 1. 5 is better than 3. Do you agree with me? Am I fucking crazy to say that? My voice is strained. Yesterday I did 6 hours of streaming and geez Louise. Robinson around the wicket. Nice length ball. Slight shape away with the angle. Conway defending it from the crease with the outer half of his bat. Yeah. He's showing with his hand a gentle away movement. Can't stress this enough. Both these guys haven't committed. I think this is honestly a good showcase in how to bat in English conditions, and I feel like the Indians will be doing really well if they take a leaf or two from the New Zealand boys, because they have not committed onto the front foot. All right, lads, I need y'all to give me 2 minutes. Hold on while I check some updates. Yeah. Lol. All right. Okay. Yes, I am live streaming. Yeah. Sue me, motherfuckers. Yeah, this is an exhibition on how to bat in England, honestly, because not committing. Look at that. That was a beaut. That was a peach of the delivery, but because he didn't commit, he was able to withdraw from the stroke in the last moment. Do not commit in other areas of life. Commit to your morning dump. Commit to having a healthy meal. Commit to your partner. But don't commit on the front foot when it comes to English seeming conditions. I will need to latch my door. I'm not going to do something very revelatory here, but I just feel secure when my door is latched. That's a wild down the legger. And will that be over? Yeah, that'll be over. It's 280 for 3. And who do we have here now? We have just 3 people. For fuck's sake, man. For fuck's sake. What is this 3 people nonsense? Jesus Christ. Need more peeps. Need more peeps doing this with me. I'm like Tom Hanks in Castaway, trying to make my own, make my own boat. I don't have that wooden toy that Tom Hanks may or may not have done inexplicable things with. So yeah, Mark Wood into the attack. Mark Wood, we spoke about Mark Wood a lot yesterday. Honestly, I think he should be primarily used in Australia and the subcontinent where the surfaces are rough and hard and he can utilize the old ball for reverse swing. I feel like that's his jam. Not to reduce him to a one-dimensional skill set, but I feel like they should have played a spinner instead of Mark Wood. Having said that, he's all heart and he bowls at a ridiculous speed. Let's see if he can get one or two to like really misbehave. Good ball on a length, outside off. No trouble for Nichols over there as he smells the leather and bunts it onto the pitch, the putch. Still no Kiwi viewers to explain why they can't say pitch. Still haven't got that clarification yet. Yeah. We're still at 3 viewers, which is ludicrous. And I don't mean that semi-talented pop star or rapper, ludicrous. Although thinking about it, it's quite a nice name. It's quite a nice name. All right, let's go. Let's go, motherfuckers. Let's go. Right, go. Wood into his third ball. And I know this umpire's name. Are they still doing this home umpire nonsense? Because everyone's traveling everywhere, but somehow the umpires have to be from the home nation. So I can't help but think that we are moving. I think they're trying to say, hey, listen, we have taken a lot of power away from the umpire. So the scope for bias is very minimal. So might as well not have umpires globetrotting anymore. Wood to Nichols, a hard length ball outside off stump. Back foot on the back foot was Nichols and just gently plays it onto the putch. All right. Oh wow, this is a great stat. Look at that. Whoa. 50% of his deliveries have been above 90 miles an hour. He should be given an award just for that. He's the most consistent raconteur of pace. Raconteur. I'm going to see the meaning of raconteur. Hold on. Any guesses what it means? RACCONT. Raconteur. Hope I used it right. I use raconteur. Okay, a person who tells anecdotes in a skillful and amusing way. Totally not used right. I said he's a raconteur of of consistent speeds, which is really not true. Two slips in place. Oh, first well-directed Yorker of the Test match. Nichols does well to dig it out, but more of that, please. It's not just a white ball delivery. We can use it in red ball. Yorkers can be used in red ball cricket. Flash news. Flash news. Surprise. It's true. I mean, without the Yorker, what would Waqar Yunus do? I wouldn't say Wasim Akram because Wasim Akram was an artist at every length, honestly. But Waqar Yunus really depended on those fucking Yorkers. Again, not to reduce Waqar Yunus to a Yorker specialist or how we reduce Malinga to a Yorker specialist, but I think Malinga is really just a Yorker specialist, to be honest with you. I mean, take the sling away, and if he didn't have that Yorker length consistently, then he would be just Lassit. Not Malinga, just Lassit. Lassit. How to Lassit? Lassit? That was just my Sinhalese gibberish. If that was accurate, please let me know. There's just 2 viewers watching. Should I even do this? I'm questioning my entire existence at this stage. Should I even do this? There's 2 viewers? Are you kidding me? 2 viewers. 2 viewers? Wow, that's low. That's fucking low. But I'm just going to finish the session. We're just going to finish the session. Hold on. Robinson to Conway. Length ball on middle, and that's punched down the ground, maybe for 4. Broad makes the chase, but he gives up. That's really well timed. Beautiful presentation of the blade. His check driving is special. His check driving is special. Shiny side on the outside. Tries to get it moving away across to the left-hander. Covers the swing, whatever little they might have been, and just presents a pure check blade from the crease. Nice transfer of weight, and that's straight as a ramrod, past the stumps and to the fence. Conway has quietly and smoothly moved on to 160. Quality defense. Robinson going around the wicket this time, gets it on a length. Gets into the ball, does Conway, and defends it with a semi-parallel bat to the surface of the pitch. Ollie Robinson has a face of someone we all have seen. I'm not able to. He definitely has a celebrity doppelganger. Most definitely. Third ball coming up of the overs, going around the wicket to Conway. Pitches, gets it up on a length. Better length this time. A little more full. Conway defends it from the crease, takes the inner half of the blade, and no run. So I'm guessing the jerseys of the Kiwi boys will change during the World Test Championship. You'll have all the branding and stuff. It's amazing, man. I don't know whether I mean, if you guys, I mean, I wish there were more people, but I'm kind of conflicted whether these 2 tests will work in favor of the Kiwis. That's full and on driven with some amount of bottom hand over there. Some bottom hand coming into play. Very rare sight with Conway's play. Straight to mid on. Okay, anyway, I'd like to know if these 2 tests will work to the Kiwis' advantage leading up to the World Test Championship final, or is it going to be the other way around, as in it's going to wear them out just before a big day? Both arguments can be made, but I just want to get a feeling. I'm kind of get some squared up a bit there with some late movement. Conway tries to drive it towards the onside, but takes the outer half of the blade and runs quickly to point. A rare sight, honestly, in this test match. I think Conway, I think he was into the shot a bit early. He was into the shot a bit early, and runs off the outer half of the blade. I think Dan Lawrence there at point does really well. Last ball coming up, tucks him up around the leg stump and nicely tucked around the corner. Too fine leg. That's not really fine, which is more square than fine. And will keep the strike. I think Conway will keep the strike. Yeah. So is it? I don't know. So you have 2 tests now. So it's 2nd to 6th, and then I think 10th to 14th, and then, or is it 9th to 13th? I'm not too sure. And then you have a test match within a couple of days on the 17th. So that's the problem I have. I don't have a problem that they're playing 2 tests before the world. I feel like the turnaround is too quick, and that might work to India's advantage. Obviously, anything. I mean, let's keep the obviousness of the situation apart. I mean, that's just going to kill any kind of constructive discussion. As Mark Wood gets one to straighten off the angle from around the wicket, nicely nudged to the point region with soft hands, played that a little late and takes a single and turns strike over to Nichols. So I'm just going to see if there's any. Okay, we just have 0 people watching. 0 people watching. Amazing. This is like way worse than yesterday. Way worse than yesterday. Yesterday I had like 3-4 concurrent viewers at all given times. And it's like, geez, Louisiana. Anyway, one shall keep moving on. One shall keep moving on. Abdul Kalam asked me to dream, and I will. I will dream of the time when I see 10 concurrent viewers on the stream. All right, Abdul. We'll take you up on the dreaming aspect of it. Is that? And that's out. A breakthrough finally. And all my... Well, not criticism. I was just saying Mark Wood is your man in hard surfaces like Australia, South Africa, and India and Sri Lanka. But he gets one. He gets one to just lift, digs it in, and Nichols is in no real position. He's tried to sway away and then made up his mind to execute that pull shot. Ollie Robinson does no mistake in the fine leg boundary. I think Nichols was in 2 minds there. He initially thought of swaying away, and then thought might as well get some bat on it. And whenever you're in 2 minds, there's always one result, and that's not a very good one. This doesn't apply to cricket; it applies to everything in life. Just some Sadguru-ness for you guys today, free of charge, without the beer. I hope that's not a problem. How many people? We have 1 person watching. We have one absolute moron who has the patience to get through this. I will come back for the... Anyway, what was my prediction? Prediction time. I need to charge my phone. I just gotta charge my phone. Oh, Paddy Cummins is doing a live stream. All right. I think that's why I don't have any viewers. Guess what? 640 people are watching Paddy's live stream. And you know how many people are watching my live stream? 0. No one. Even, it's crazy. It's so bad that even I'm not watching my live stream. So, BJ Watling, the man who's announced his retirement after the World Test Championship. Yeah, I think that was well bowled. I think that was, honestly, he bowled a Yorker last over that he bowled to Nichols, and then he generally kept it full. So it was actually set up over here. You'll have the experts in the comm box now pull out the last 8 deliveries and say that he was pinning him on the front foot. Not pinning him on the front foot, almost. He was just like luring him on the front foot on most occasions. Well left there by Watling. And he kept bowling these foolish deliveries and then got a well-directed bouncer. What do you mean by a well-directed bouncer? Anything that is within the chest and face area. Because anything apart from that, you can sway away from it or duck under comfortably. But anything within this, the upper part of the torso, is a really good bouncer, and that's what happened over there. Well-directed bouncers more often than not account for wickets. 3 slips in for Bottling. That one just jagged back in a bit, nipped back in a bit from a short of a length, and nicely played there by Watling from the crease. Watling has been an absolute. He's more. I wouldn't want to call him a servant, but that would be cliched. But damn, is he underrated? Like, I don't mean underrated in the sense that, oh, every A.R. Rahman album that doesn't become absolutely a chartbuster is underrated. That somehow seems to be the case. Anything that didn't become a chartbuster is somehow underrated. He's genuinely underrated. Or a real anomaly in modern day wicketkeeper batsmanship, because he's not really a 90s 80s molded wicketkeeper batsman, dour batsman. I wouldn't associate the adjective dour like I would with Ridley Jacobs and Moeen Khan, and your traditional 80s and 90s wicketkeeper Syed Kirmani. I wouldn't even call him Dhoni, Gilchrist Pant, McCullum keeper. He's somewhere between a Boucher and he's somewhere between a Boucher and, I want to say, what the other? He's one part Boucher. I'm talking just when it comes to batsmanship. He's a quality keeper, so that Boucher takes care of those 2 aspects. And there's one more person that he kind of embodies, because he's a classier batsman than Boucher for sure. He's got strokes, my friend. He's got strokes, different strokes. He's got different strokes and 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 different strokes. And that's a very good early 80s show. An old white man taking in 2 young black kids from the street. Robinson full on off, driven firmly but not with enough timing. His check drives are a sight to behold, honestly. No run there. Conway's. What were they saying? Okay, Watling embodies a very top order, traditional, technically sound right-handed batsman, and he's got that grittiness of a Boucher down the order. So, and he's always saved the day for New Zealand more often than not, and so sound behind the stumps. Averages nearly 40. And I think New Zealand cricketers in generally kind of get looked over. It's mostly, it's okay. Yeah. They got a lot of the rings were short there. They've got a lot of delicious meats and a very affable Prime Minister and Jacinda Ardern. Apart from these 3 things, not much. Obviously, I wouldn't count Carl Rock in this, because Carl Rock is basically Pakistani. I mean, not Pakistani. Carl Rock is basically Indian. But he's doing a lot of vlogs in Pakistan off late. So, as we see Mark Woods setting him up. I told you guys. This is what they're going to do. 8 balls full, and then the wicket one well directed. I mean, that's the setup. The setup and the wicket ball was the bouncer. But I called it. The analysis was done here at the casual leggy before those mutts at the Lord's Combox. Yeah, you kind of late in the day. You kind of just did this much before. Right, Bamboo. Yes. It's Michael Atherton. Do you guys call him Atherton or Atherton? Because there was an English cricketer called Keith Atherton, and there's still just one person watching this. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Whew. All right. Okay. One person. That's still a person. Well played there by Watling. Zero trigger movement, huh? Watling just reacts to the ball, picks up the length, and then decides whether I stay in my crease or get on the front foot. That one was on a good length outside off stump and immediately gets a stride out and defends. I've got a message notification in my phone. Someone has subscribed. We got one subscriber in the meanwhile. That's full and driven to mid on. I think the next time I'm going to be doing these live streams, we'll definitely have company. Because honestly, my vocal cords have taken a badgering as we reach T. Anyway, who wants to see because it's a break, who wants to see the latest press conference between that Ravi and Coles gave before departure? Is that anything of interest to you guys? Because it's anyway drinks. But we could run some news. Our news rundown is brought to you by Sportskeeda, a fantastic website for you to get quick, relevant cricket news. You don't really the thing that sets Sportskeeda apart from other news platforms is this an aggregatory method wherein you just one click and then you get a row of relevant news, often with the titles that will seduce you. I mean, that's the point. So global cricketers join hands for UNICEF Australia. Meh. Okay, David Saker denies knowledge of sandpaper plot, urges CA to make report public. Listen, why is this poor guy being put to the task here? First of all, when the cricketers are on the field, the coaches have zero control of what's going on. I think the media, man, what do we do with the media? They're always looking for some action. Are they so action starved that they have to just go and make David Saker's life miserable? That's so sad. Obviously, he didn't have any knowledge of the sandpaper plot. The sandpaper plot was an instinctive one conjured up by, I want to say, Steve Smith, but I also want to say David Warner, but I also want to say Cameron Bancroft, but I also want to say all three of them. Poor Bancroft, though, because he's just a young kid in the side, and when seniors tell you to do something, society has somehow made this rule that you ought to listen to them. So otherwise, your entire standing will be under threat, will be questioned. Just one person. You need to guarantee, my friend, Kishore Selvaraj. I guarantee that today New Zealand will be folded up for 475 or 500 between those two. 400. I'm gonna say 475. All right, 450 to 475, and England will end the day at 50 for 2. All right, these are my two predictions. England will end the day at 50 for 2. Hold on, or 75 for 2, and New Zealand will get folded out for 475. 1 second. Hold on. Am I out of my mind right now? Not really. If we have a full day's play, then that's very likely to happen. Cool. All right. Now, I was reading out some news. Okay, poor David Saker. Why is he made to... All right, back to live action. Mark Wood. Honestly, if I was Joe Root here, I'd be like, I don't think you have one more in you, Woody. Just to fire him up and then give him the ball, which he has. around the wicket to Conway. At one was on 164 right now. 2 slips. Well played. Just a half stride out and counters that straightening delivery on a short of a length and just kind of pats it square on the square of the pitch. The putch. Even I'm now organically saying putch. Jeez Louise. What happened to those Elon Musk sunglasses that Joe Root had? The fuck? What happened? Did Musk send a few robots and get him to not wear it? Second ball of the over. Good length on middle stump. Conway again half stride out. Defends it back to the bowler. I constantly harped on Mark Wood's heart, and he's one of those rare cricketers that's not only all heart but skill is there as well. As we get a good look of Ebony Rainford Trent. I should have guessed her name is Ebony. Should have guessed yesterday, but thanks to one of the friends of the casual leggy, Rauf Shamsuddin, who is that out? That's too high? Too high. Too high. Don't review that. Don't review that. Yep, not reviewing that. Oh, it's Ebony Rainford Brent. And I want to have a name that has a hyphen in between. That consists of a hyphen. Okay, the shiny side is inside. And it's actually moving towards the shiny side. I know yesterday David Lloyd said it's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible for any reverse swing because man, I'm doing a Johnny Carson and a guy with a lot of nasal activity. It doesn't sound like David Lloyd, but I will get there. Is that an overthrow? No. Oh no. Watling just teases, and it'll just be one. Watling on strike. Rory Burns is not. You're not Jennifer Lawrence, mate. You're not Jennifer Lawrence, mate. Get rid of that ridiculous pony. You're not. You're not fucking John Mayer. Also, if John Mayer did that, it'll just be another day in the world. Hold on, I need a sneeze. And also, I don't have corona. I had coronavirus. I beat coronavirus with a lot of hydrochloroquine. Hydrochloroquine. Chloroquine is a fantastic drug. It's a lovely, nice, little, sweet little tablet. Does a lot more than cure coronavirus because it's the Chinese virus. Oh shit, he actually does that. It requires a. Oh, damn! Vijay Mallya has completed his transformation to a full-blooded white guy. That was definitely. And what is Manoj Knight Shyamlan doing with the pony? Why are there so many men with ponies? Am I the one who's crazy here? Why are there so many men with ponies? 3 slips in place to Watling. Oh, well bowled there. Got him floating outside the off stump on that really tricky length. Not really forward, not really back, just pokes at it, but does well to not chase it. The thing with you, poke at it, but do not chase it. Poking is safer than chasing. You've heard it first here on the Casual Leggy LNGs. First here. 3 people viewing. Let's get that number to 4. And what about the chat? Come on, man. Let's get that chat up. Let's get that chat up and going. Fucking guys. Let's get that chat up and going, mates. Come on, brother. Let's go. It's not a little bit of it's a little bit of fun, mate. Oh, actually, we need to hear Andrew Flintoff talk. Yeah. All right. I just loved it. No. It's best starting off. It's a little bit of both. Blah, blah, blah. Robinson angles it across Conway at a gentle pace. Conway leaves it. Good length there on that occasion. As a gent enjoys some crisp. Dude, this looks like Prince, what's his name? Meghan Markle's husband. What's his name? What's Meghan Markle's husband's name? Prince Andrew? No. the fuck is his name? What is why is Judd Apatow after a fat loss surgery in the crowd? Oh, that was better. That had some bounciness to it. On a length and covered nicely by Conway. Plays it nice and late. 165. Damn. Someone asked me today, do you think Conway 200? And I said, doubt. Am I regretting it? Am I already in the wrong? I feel like it's going to be one of those 190 situations. One slip and a wide third slip. Almost gully. Lets that one go. James Bracey has completed his 8th fumble of the game. First man to represent England from Gloucestershire in 15 years. The other being John Lewis, who is England's elite bowling coach. Can't stress enough on the word elite because that is official. We have more. We have just 3 people. Prince Harry. Thank you, Vinay Ramchandran. Meghan Markle's husband's name is Prince Harry. Prince Harry. Am I saying that right? Prince Harry. Harry. All right. So that's Meghan's husband's name sorted out by one of the Casual Leggies friends. That's what you get over here. If I don't know, someone within the community will know. It's a complete educative experience, as some might call a CEE, a complete educative experience. CEE, much more gratifying than the JEE. One slip in place, full outside the off, driven nice and firm to mid off. Anderson feeling some of the grass, luscious blades of the grass, and stops it. Conway looks good even when he mistimes those check drives. Damn. And I honestly think that slight open stance enables him to get a free check of the blade, it just comes on so straight. I honestly feel that slight openness of the stance helps him do that, because when you're closed off, then you can get a little tucked when you're playing something which is straight. So when you have a slightly open stance, you can do this at home as well. Just have an open stance and try to bring your bat down. You'll find it generally straighter. So I was saying, there was a dude who looks like Prince Harry. James Bracey sets himself up to take balls like a person requesting for arms in Rajkot. Very, very, very insistent on getting some arms. Damn, there's someone who looks like how I looked when I was 8. Man, I wish I had some wine. That'd be nice. Wish all my viewers also had some wine. It would have been a fucking paw. It would have been a nice. I don't want to use the word slow, because that's not doing justice to this experience. But it would be easy, easy. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Easy. Just like that waffling defense. Easy. Bro, who does this kid look like? He looks like Pete Davidson almost. Or Steve-O. No, if you don't know either, please Google. Pete Davidson is a stand-up comedian, fantastic special on Netflix, and Steve-O is a man that's put more pills in his anus than many others. 3 slips in place, wide outside the off stump. Let's go. He comfortably does wattling. Yeah. Steve-O he's not very human. He should have died 25 years ago, but he's not. He's wearing hoodies and putting his head through holes even now. That's Ebony Rainford Brent. Very charming woman. Kind of just stops me in my tracks. And I don't mean this in a superficial way. Come on, man. Come on, lads. Get your heads out of the fucking gutter. So much more to that. 3 slips in place. Wow, what a ball! And that's out! Wow, perfect length, angling into off stump. gets the ball to straighten. Watling is committed to playing the drive on the onside. Closes the face on it, and it flies to second slip. I think it was Joe Root, or who took the catch over there? Was it Ollie Pope or Joe Root? I described it perfectly. On a length, straight ins, closes the face too early. And who collects it? Dom Sibley, the man who's going to entertain all of us in a way that you have never imagined when he gets the bat. This is sarcastic. It is facetious. Sue me. But he's got hands like buckets. Picks it up. So my prediction of 475 all out, still on track. But hey, listen. If I'm saying Devin Conway is going to get out of the 190s, who do we have next? 475 doesn't look likely. Okay, I fucked up on that. And Mark Wood, man, I'm so sorry, Woody. I said that they should have picked a spinner ahead of you, and that you are ideally suited for hard surfaces like India, Sri Lanka, the subcontinent, Australia, and South Africa. But you have proven to be the most penetrative, incisive bowler this morning. And not only that, I've already heaped praise on your heart and the way that you have put a certain when people say, "Oh, he's fast," that means that person might occasionally bowl 148, 150 like Starkey or Pat Cummins, but you have really put fast bowling, given a new definition to fast bowling, because you deliver every ball upwards of 90 miles an hour. And that pitch from Colin D. Grandhomme, Mel Gibson is in the house. Passion of the Christ, Jews, stay away. Colin D. Grandhomme, who is okay, guys. I don't know if you guys know. Neil Wagner, South African, came to New Zealand in 2012. Devin Conway, more South African, came to New Zealand only in 2017. And Colin D. Grandhomme, I think, came from Zimbabwe in 2014-15. Not too sure. Let's see. Hold on. Let me Google. Mel Gibson plays a nice, solid defense to a ball that's slightly pitched up on off stump. Let's see. When did Colin D. Grandhomme? I'm just going to go to his Wikipedia. So, yeah. When did he move? Oh, he made his debut against his home country of Zimbabwe. He's 34 years old. Can someone... Hey, he looks a little bit like Chris Gaines, huh? Lads? Hello, Vinay Ramchandran. Hi. Glad to have you on the stream. Mel Gibson is on strike. And when did Colin D. Grandhomme move? Close the face on it. Yep. Ooh! That got the edge of his palm and bounced. Oh, man. Sibley really liked that one. Damn, that was a nice, honest, candid moment on the field. Good to see. 3 slips in place. Digs it in, but too wide for Grandhomme to be under any sort of trouble. When did Mel Gibson move from Zimbabwe to Colin Grandhomme? Oh, Lordy, can someone just type faster than me? I don't know why I'm holding this, Colin. David. Colin the Grandhomme. The Grandhomme moved to New Zealand from Harare. Guys, by the way, Henry Olonga has become a magnetic, magnificent, maleficent opera singer these days. When did Colin the Grandhomme move to New Zealand? 2006. So he was 23 years old when he moved to New Zealand. So he's more Kiwi than Conway, at least. And This bloke, Fagner. Is it okay if I call Neil Wagner Fagner? Because I feel like it just does more justice to his name. Fagner. Neil Fagner. 293 for 5. Okay, so he's the last recognized batsman. Robinson back in the other end. Slightly short of length, outside off stump. Has Granholm just a little off his feet, nudges it to point, no run. Works it to point, no run. Who's next? If I can see the full scorecard, if you don't mind me. Mitch Santner can bat. Jameson also can bat. Tim Saudi can. Neil Wagner scored a magnificent 50 against Pakistan. So I think 475 is on still. Guys, I think 475 is still on. Don't at me right now. I'm not backing out like a fucking pussy wank. So, yeah. Why is Grandhome? Grandhome seems like the kind of dude who doesn't need to wear any protective gear. He can just come out with just with a bat. Ooh, nice leave outside off stump. Challenging the channel over there did Robinson, but Grandhome equal to it, leaving it efficiently. Right then, we have this is the 17th over of the morning, and so far so good. Just one wicket down, and Conway is perched on a mountainous 166 as Robinson comes in for his 5th ball. That's a heavy ball on top of leg stump. Grandhome slightly fallen across, but does well to keep it down with a straightish blade on the back foot. No run. As Dan Lawrence works on the ball, he's looks like the official. Oh my God, guys! Root is doing his namaz workout. That means only one thing. Rooty is coming on the board. All right. Ooh. A bit too away from the channel to Grandhome there. As we see Simon Dool being a very shana fucker. What is this top button off chain style? He's always been that kind of dude, honestly, because I don't know if you guys have seen this. There was this Adventure Man in the Wild-esque People in the Wild series that Simon Dool was part of. Even Shane Mon was actually part of it, where he bitched about Steve Waugh like no one's business. Highest average versus good length balls. Wow, that's such a cool stat. I think that just shows that Nichols is so balanced. He averages 60.4 against good length balls. That's incredible. See, scoring in Test cricket. Oh, wow, that's well played. Gets it to deviate off the angle there around the wicket. But Conway on the back foot sees it to the end, accounts for the movement, and just pats it back. Pats it down, rather. Wow, so in Test cricket, I think scoring off the good length ball is the hardest ball to score off. Because the good length ball challenges your foot movement. You're not entirely sure whether you're supposed to come on the front foot or be on the back foot. So you're always on that. So to account for that, you need to be really well balanced in the crease and take those half strides into the ball. And Henry Nichols is averaging 60.4 against good length balls. That just shows that's a testament to his balance. Well left there again by Conway. Reading the deviation expertly, because that was on 5th stump. Could have easily come back into Conway, but he's got a measure of Markwood and what he's trying to do over here. That could have easily come back in, but that kind of just held its line. And Conway with again a brilliant leave. I think yesterday one of our viewers, Satvik Bharadwaj, was was stated that why is Conway not leaving enough balls in the channel? And I gave some fuck all reason that time, but I honestly think it was his first innings in Test match cricket, and that's why he was eager to feel bat on ball. But since then, he's left the ball expertly. He's only played within his. I think AB de Villiers, one of AB de Villiers' masterclasses, where he calls that you need to mentally assign a region of playing the ball around your body. So I think Conway is not is not violating that region. He's assigned a certain region around himself, and he will not play balls that are pitched on a good length and which are just away from that region, unless it's really full and wide. That deserves to be punished anyway. Ooh, on the up. Just as I said that, he played one on the up just outside the off stump. But nice punchy little cover drive straight to Rory Burns and covers. Man, this guy has to be given the best check driver award. Honestly, so pure with his check driving, so pure, so clean, so static. Just absorbs all the shock of the ball with a delightful check of the blade. We see I think there's some construction happening around Lord's. I don't know. Maybe the Queen wants an apartment. That's short of the length, easily on the back foot there, and defends it away. Wood's speeds are not as high as it was yesterday, but still far more efficient, generally speaking. Okay, I need to go back and get these sound effects on. Conway really, casual leggy is back. Yeah, casual leggy is back, for sure. Conway really grinding through this innings. Yeah, absolutely. He's picked his balls really well. I think, I don't know if you were there a minute ago when I was talking about AB de Villiers' masterclass, where you assign a region to yourself and you do not violate that region. And he's done that really well. Missed that delivery. And an interesting thing about his game is that he is so wristy, square on the leg side, but a little bit tight and constrained when it comes to the mid-wicket region and the long-on region of the leg side. He's like Brian and Yuvraj on square of the leg side, and Graeme Smith on the mid-wicket and long-on region of the leg side. So that's interesting wrist dynamics of Conway. He's really not cut the ball. That just shows how top hand dominant he is. On very rare occasions have I seen him use that bottom hand to any effect. Robinson from the other end took Grant on 3 slips in place. Good length, angling in, thuds into the upper roll of the front pad, and Mel Gibson. And Mel Gibson is happy. Melly Gibson thought about the run, but then acknowledges Conway's no, mate. But Conway can't say mate because he's South African. I mentioned earlier, I think this is the time I put on the other news. Hold on. I've got some news for you guys, bruh. I've got some news. Yeah. Devin Conway only left South Africa for New Zealand in 2017. How's that for news? 2 years of qualification, and he played. And apparently, his last. Okay, so South Africa have an interesting first-class structure. Oh, what happened here? They've gone for the review? What did I miss? Just as I was trying to talk. Is Mel Gibson in trouble? Is Mr. Christ, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, in trouble? Is he going to be crucified by the third umpire? We'll all know in a second. Okay, so let's see what happens here. I will give you the shiny side on the inside, moves to the shiny side, pitches, wraps him. Dude, that's umpire's call because it's not out, right? But that's so out. If anything, it'll be impact umpire's call. If anything, it'll be impact umpire's call. Otherwise, that's whacking. That's not umpire's. If that's umpire's call, That will be a travesty because that's hitting a lot of the off stump. That can't be umpire's call. That is out for me. If it is umpire's call and impact, then I'm going to drop this mic so hard and do something questionable. Impact and line. Out. That's out. Mel Gibson is out. Mel Gibson is out. Mel Gibson is fucking out. Mel Gibson, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is out. The Jews have won, ladies and gentlemen. The Jews have won. My prediction is all over the shop here. All over the motherfucking shop. That's out. Colin de Grandhomme is out. Yep. It would be a travesty if that was impact outside of on umpire's call. It would have been so unfair. Honestly, if Colin de Grandhomme is not making 40s regularly, his bowling is. But having said that, every time I shit on Colin de Grandhomme's bowling, he does something weirdly special. I wouldn't say special. He does something weird and gets wickets. And as we wait, who's next? Mitch Santner. Mitch Santner is in the Washington Sundar mold. Obviously, Washington Sundar is way more talented with the bat, but Mitch Santner is no mug. By the way, how did that phrase come about, huh? No mug with the bat. The fuck is that supposed to mean? No mug with the bat? Are you shiting me over here? That's a breakthrough. I think this has been England's session. Last 10 overs, the run rate has been 1.3. And just for 13 runs. So actually, England are all over New Zealand. My prediction of 475. Good boy. Good fucking boy. Come back well. They've really come back well. Keyed in that ball was the length. Again, see what Colin de Grandhomme did. He committed. You commit on the front foot, you're a goner. If you commit on the front foot, there's always something happening in England. If you commit on the front foot, as I kept saying, commit to other things, just not on the front foot in England. Short of a length, Santner lets that go. That's the beauty of the good length, It creates confusion almost instantly in the batsman's mind. Do I go fully forward? Do I go back? What do I do? And you're just... but you're better off being on the crease, rooted to the crease in England. Because then at least you give yourself that extra split second to account for the movement and drop your bat in the last moment. As Robinson comes in for his fourth delivery, 3 slips in place. Ooh, squares him up a little bit, but nice soft hands there by Santner. Just squeezes it with a defensive stroke to point. And it's just been England throughout. They've got 3 wickets this session. The scoring rate has been, and especially in the last 10 overs. Before that, it was like cruise. It was normal services resumed from yesterday. The good thing is that Conway is still batting. And I said that he'll be out in the 190s. I still believe that. And 475 is out of the question. I'm not going to give you a new prediction because that's his lame. 475, no fucking chance. Listen, you can't win them all. Or can you? No, you can't. Right, who do we have here? Just going to the... We have 2... I'm going to salute my 2 viewers. I'm going to fucking take this salute. This is you deserve this. Yes, it means nothing, but you deserve it. Wow, I've been on live for 1 hour 34 minutes. Are you kidding me over here? So, guys, just an update. I won't be back for the next session. I will be back for the evening session, however. So, just letting you guys know in advance, because I don't think I can recover from the dryness of what my mouth is experiencing right now. It's pretty fucking sore. No, I do not have herpes. I can assure you, I don't have herpes. It's just the volume of speech over the last 24 hours that's really put me into a weakened state. But I shall be back. And let's get those numbers up, shall we? But after this, I'm going to show you, play out a nice video for you all. So stay around for that during the lunch break. Okay, so right now, 19 overs have been bowled. Another 7 to go, I'm guessing. Yep. Wood to Conway. 1 slip and 1 gully. Firmly drilled to mid-on. No run. I think what they've found out is that Conway, if he has any weakness, it's that the ball that comes back into him within, like just between leg and middle, because he kind of gets a little claustrophobic over there. And as the umpire checks, I think they're checking whether the ball passes through the ball gauge, and sure it does. Guys, stop the drama. The shiny side is on the outside. He's bowling around the wicket to Conway, or over the wicket. Let's see, around the wicket to Conway, and I think there is some reverse on offer. Ooh, nice firm off drive there by Conway. On the up, but balanced, really nicely balanced, and just delivers a firm push, a firm check shot to wide mid-off. Williamson, even though he's heavily bearded, you could tell that there was a little bit of an extra smile earlier in the day. That's kind of wiped away, understandably so. It's 293 for 6. They were at 246 for 3 at the start of the day. Root has been giving young Russian gymnasts a run for their money with such. Whoa! What did he do there? A last-minute poke pull, a last-minute jab. So he tried to duck underneath that one and thought might as well just jab it to a square leg. So it was a duck jab. It was a duck jab pull. It was a duck jab pull. It was a DJP. Much better than BJP. Much better. More DJP than BJP, honestly. What do we have here? We just have two people. All right, come on, let's get those views up. Come on, let's get those from 3 to 4. Can we get to 4? Abdul Kalam asked me to dream, and my dream is 10 concurrent viewers. Never going to happen. Just like Conway is not going to get to the 200. 195 for him is my prediction. Or as Kishore said, guarantee, no guarantees. Come on, man. Absolutely. 2 slips for Santner as he gets comfortably over that bounce. Not so comfortably, but rides it well. Effort short ball there by Wood. Right. It's going to be 20 overs during the day. There is a short leg in place. So the idea is to get him, uncomfortable around that underarm region. That's definitely the ploy. And then maybe dish one outside off, getting him to drive and probably edge. That's why the 2 slips are there. So is this going to be short as well? It'll be interesting to see if this is going to be a short ball as well. No, that's full and that's out. Upish, soft dismissal there. Just got stuck in the pitch. Lured Santner into pushing at it and just stopped on him. And Santner had to check his shot early and just lobbed up to the catching shot mid-off. Wow, that was well set up because he got that short leg in place, planted the idea that almost every ball is going to be up and around the neck region, and then bowls one full, as I was suggesting the ball earlier, and has him just checking a little early, soft.
Very intelligently priced out there by Wood, who's picked up his third wicket today to add on to the other wicket that he picked up yesterday. 4 for Wood. Wow. 475 more. Look, not. I don't think they're going to get to 375. This has been a capitulation. It's been not a mini capitulation. This has been a capitulation. Capitulation, huh? How do you say it? This has gone downhill for New Zealand, more downhill than the second half of every Vikram Butt movie. Actually, Vikram Butt movie is downhill from the first minute itself. So this has just been Vikram Butt in the last 10 overs. Mark Wood is picked up 3. He's picked up 3? I thought isn't this his 4th wicket? Hold on, I'm going to refresh. Oh, all right. Okay. Because 4 wickets have gone. Who picked up the first wicket of the day? That was Nichols. Nichols was picked up by Wood. Hold on. Wood. Anderson. Nichols, Wood. Watling, Wood. Robinson, Wood. Oh, okay. So Wood didn't get any wickets yesterday. It was 2 Robinson and 1 Anderson yesterday. Acha. Okay, ठीक है sir. All right, my bad. So who's coming in next? It's going to be Saudi. And then we have Wagner. Wagner is also a German musician, isn't it? Wagner. Oh, Kyle, big Kyle. He can wheel. I think he should just play I think he should just slap the ball around. That's his. I think we deserve some Kyle slappage. All right, 3 for 7 this way. What a magical comeback from Wood. Yeah. Clap those hands harder because Wood really deserves everything he's getting here. Wow, what a good bloke. What a good bloke. Just feel for the guy. Feel good for the guy. Conway. What is Conway's strategy here? He's now playing with the tail. Does he continue the grind or does he, get that right foot on the accelerator a little more, get a little more flirty with the accelerator? Does anyone get flirty with the accelerator here? Mug is a British slang for a gullible person or a fool. Wow. Vinay Ramchandra, what would we do without you? You're like Mohandas Menon for the casual leggy. Mug is a British slang for a gullible person or a fool. All right. He's no mug with the bat. I was thinking the actual mug that you use to drink illicit liquids. So what does that even mean? I mean, he's no mug with the bat would mean, ooh, that one kept low, huh? That one kept low. Long levers coming into play. Just dropped his bat in time there, did Jameson. Would have easily shaved his ankle. And Lord knows, men don't shave their ankles. Lord knows. 3. Whoa. Hey, this guy can bat for sure. The length will be interesting here for Jameson. I think they should go because he's so fucking tall. Oh. I think they should like bowl a foolish length to him on the 6th stump line. Get him driving. Because when you're a tall person, your weight is kind of stuck on the back. You don't feel like lunging. You don't feel like getting to the ball. You try to play away. You tend to like flirt away from your body when you're really tall. I feel like, yeah, that's the line. The length, no, that's not the line. The line should be a little wider, a little fuller. Definitely those slips will come into play. Anyway, coming back to Mug. If Mug is a gullible person or a fool,
So what I mean, he's no gullible person with a bat. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, yes, that does make sense. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Vinay Ramchandran, for that timely assistance, vocabulary assistance, as they say, VA. Three slips in place. Wow, that one just shaping back in. Jameson committed to driving it straight, but the late movement kind of catches the inner half of the bat and thuds into his pad. No run. Yeah, I think he's front foot savvy. Huh? He likes his front foot. Get that ball outside, way outside off stump. Oh, some sledging over there. Some sledging over there. Some sledging over there. Three slips in place. A cover, a mid off, a point, mid on, and a fine leg. That's just back. That's just good back of the length, outside off stump. Jameson just gets his long levers through it with a check stroke. As I'm peddled another shitty show by Sony Live. Shouldn't hate on the broadcast that I'm using to bring you all this feed. Okay, we have one person watching. One person watching. If you are watching me, stay with me. What's that song? Stay with me. Na 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 na. Stay with me. Oh, oh, darling, darling, stand. Oh, that's Stand by Me. Full onto the pads and flicked away neatly by Conway. Nice flourish of the wrist. Picks up two. I think Conway is doing the right thing here. He needs to farm a majority of the strike. Get New Zealand towards score of 330, 335. But what a performance here by England. Nothing really, nothing overly assistive. Um, nothing really. There are no clouds. The pitch has eased out more, but they've really bent their back today and worked that seam over, been more consistent with their lengths, and they've just genuinely been a plan to every batsman. Just the way they set, Mark would set up Henry Nichols uh, and BJ Watling, for that matter. There's always been a consistent, MO right from the get-go today, and that's, and they're duly uh, uh, reaping the rewards of that. I think Kyle Jameson definitely is a candidate to edge it to third slip. Mark Wood should float one on a good length on 7th, 8th stump, and you will find him because it's difficult to transfer your weight fully and get and lean into the ball when you're that tall. Good length on 8th stump, third slip catch. Let's go. That's what I'm gonna do. Second slip catch, sorry. Ooh, swivels and just pulls it to deep square. Who's Rory Burns runs across and collects it neatly, keeps it just to one. Conway on 171. I think he's going to go past Hamish Rutherford's debut knock of 171 in Dunedin. And the only one left is Matt Sinclair, now to be, who scored 224 in debut. That caught the splice of the bat there. But fairly elegant that pickup pull shot. Just got a bit too high on him. All right, Mark Wood to Conway. Honestly, think New Zealand is just one shy of 300 here. One slip and a gully around the wicket. Again, that jab. It's what the DJB, the dab. No, the duck. No, this is not duck. This was just the JB. It was a jab pull, a check jab pull, a CJP. Still better than the BJP. Nice. What is that shot though? It's almost like he wants to really punish it, but then feels sorry for the ball and says, "Listen, I'm going to forgive you this time. I'm going to forgive you this time. In the name of Michael." from Psalm 17, 14, 13. I'll forgive you this time. Oh, that's a little bit of uppishness there, but timed gloriously. There was a nice on-check drive. Just kind of checked it in the end. Slightly airborne there, but the timing was on point. New Zealand 302 for 7. Wait, Kyle Jameson played the IPL, and he's part of the first test here. Yeah, just kind of checked it there through mid-wicket. No real roll of the wrist. He doesn't roll his wrist through mid-wicket. That's confirmed. But rolls his wrist square of the wicket when it's full on leg. Highest scores on debut. He's 2 shy of George Headley and 3 shy of Rohit Sharma. Who can forget Shikhar Dhawan's 187 against Australia? Wow. That was Kyle Mayers, man. Google Kyle Mayers 210 on YouTube and watch that innings. That was a special. A very ugly inside halfy drive there down the ground by Jameson. No timing on that. Honestly, I think they're getting the length a little alright to Jameson. Just bowl it full and wide. When I say full, I mean good length, and you'll find him not leaning to the ball, and that'll just snick. That'll just get the snick. The nick. What is snick? They call it snickometer, but call it a nick. Why is it not nickometer? I think meter sounds a little wrong. Maybe that's why. Who do we have on the stream? Yeah, we have 0 people watching. Me, amazing. That's fantastic thing. Amazing. But I will stay on and march on till it's over. Coming around the wicket. It's good to see Conway has got a bit of a move on, huh? Got a little bit stuck. Started playing within himself for a good period this afternoon. I think because it's got the tail, it's just going to free him up a bit. Brody back into the attack. Brody. Stuart Broad. And we have Jameson. I think, yeah, this is a good move. 3 slips in place. I think Brody is going to bowl that sucker good length wide ball and get into drive. Why am I so persistent with this way of getting Jameson out? Why? Can someone explain why? Shiny side on the inside. And yeah, shiny side on the inside. So this should ideally into the pads, clip neatly to mid-wicket, no run. I don't know why. I think they're getting their plans wrong to Jameson. They're trying to trap him LBW from that time. No, mate. Get him driving outside the off stump on a good length. You've got 3 slips. Use them. And Mum can utilize these 3 slips better than this. Highest score on debut is Tip Foster. Yes, that is a full-blooded male's name. Tip. Oh, full on off, driven firmly to mid-off, no run. Needs to get that wider. Needs to get it wider and floaty on a good length. Atherton and Robke enjoying themselves. Robke has had a lot of cottage cheese in his lifetime. A lot. All right. Oh, now I see who he looks like, James Bracey. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. Oh, no. Ooh, what happened there? Ooh, that was a solid nip backer by Broad, but hitting him outside the line. Dude, I made this comment on my main channel, on my other channel, and it's got like 2,400 likes in a day. Lol. Obviously, only sexual innuendo somehow worked really well in YouTube comments. No one's watching. Can I just end the broadcast now? Shall I just end the broadcast? I think time is rife for a quality ending of the broadcast. So, yep. What happened there? What did I miss? What did the world miss? Aren't they going to prize out Jameson outside the off stump? Can we please do that? Uh,
You're a big baseball fan.
Coming back into Jameson. I think that was way down like bro. Stewie thinking that was hitting flush of leg stump. No way, that's going down leg, sir. That in fact, impact was. They didn't review this, right? No. Yeah, going down leg. Broad was smiling as though that was the most obvious decision in the world. If I was an umpire, I might actually get carried away, but short of length, tucking Conway on the leg stump. It was well to just like bunt it to short square. No run. And Stewie has had an economical fare. 25 overs and just 60 runs. But let's see. The startling stat is that in the last 10 overs, the last 15 overs, it's been about 20 for 5. Which kind of paints the picture, tells you the story. Brody into his last ball, one slip, one gully, full, and that's gorgeously flick driven between mid wicket and mid on. Oh, that was too full. It was an eat me ball, and boy, did Conway treat himself to a scrumptious little on drive. Damn, that was a treat. I like treats. If there's one truth about me, is that I like treats, and that was a treat. And still not a very wristy action when he's playing through mid on and mid wicket. Still more drive than flick. But when it comes to square, he's very flicky. Very pretty batsman to watch, man. All around, honestly. 178, too full on the leg stump. Yep, got what it deserved. Just went a little squarer with the drive to pick the gap. Could have hit that literally anywhere. That was a hit me ball. That was a daddy hit me ball. And actually, that was a Devin hit me ball. That was full. Jimmy back in. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, Jim. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, Jim. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, Oh, Jimmy, Jim. Oh, Jimmy, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, Jim. Anderson. Wow, what happened there? Gorgeously driven there by Kyle Jameson. The length is crucial to a tall batsman. Oh, God. Jimmy Anderson is not happy with his life. Not happy. Was that too full? Yeah, too full. That actually is the right ball to Jameson, to be honest. That is the right ball. You keep plugging away over there. That's just a little too full, honestly. Little too full. Line was right. In fact, can go a little wider. You need to be on that good length, back of the length region to Jameson. Try again. Ooh, that one's shaped back in. Really made Jameson suffer for room over there, but got his bat down in time and plays a half drive to wide mid on. Collects once. Conway back and strike. 3 balls left in Anderson's over, and we are about 3 overs from lunch on day 2. Oh, wait, 1 second. We are about 1 over. 1 second, hold on. I want to see what they're talking about. Oops. Hold on, mate. Let's go. All right, this will be interesting.
Foolish length, just outside off. Devin just plays a half-hearted jab to mid-on and runs a quick single. Actually, well covered. He covered the angle well and used the angle to get that signal. Okay, Jameson. The key is to bowl a 6-stump line on a good length, and he will give you a third slip catch. The key is the length. Key is the length. Or length is key. I think length is key is a more appetizing statement. If you want to be honest. It's the last ball before lunch. Nice length there. Driven firmly. Cut off by cover. And it almost looks like they've got a mobile wall with batting and bowling skills. They somehow purchased of a studio, of a furniture shop. Jameson has been bought at a furniture shop. The fuck? Is this the last ball before tea? I would think so. It's 1 o'clock. I would think so, yeah. This is definitely the last ball before lunch. 3 slips in place. Well left. That's the line to Jameson. Well left. Is that lunch called? I guess that is lunch called, huh? Yeah. That'll be lunch on day 2. England's session dominated by Mark Wood setting up Nichols with 8 full balls and 1 really well-directed bouncer, and that just set the tone for things to come. 4 wickets this session. Run rate pretty respectable, 2.83, 24 overs bowled this session, 68 runs, and it's been England session. Fantastic comeback by England on conditions that have not really been bowler friendly, to be honest. They've just bent their back, got those consistent lengths and lines, and really earned those wickets through smart pricing out of and working out of the batsman. And that'll be that. 314 for 7. My prediction of 475 is in the shitter, but I've been in the shitter many times, so bring it on. I am pro shitter. And let me just play a video for y'all before we call it quits. And that'll be that. Hold on. No, actually. Anyway, Devin Conway, just to summarize, Devin Conway left South African show only in 2017. He and his wife decided, fuck this, let's just move. Sent his cricketing CV to Auckland clubs. Played club cricket, played first-class cricket for Auckland, and 3 years later, he's playing for the New Zealand national team. So there are 3 South Africans. There's Wagner, that was South African. There's Conway, who was South African, and there's Mel Gibson, aka Colin D. Grandhome, who's South African. Why am I calling Mel Gibson Colin D. Grandhome? Just please watch Colin. He is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And yeah, even he is from Zimbabwe. And all 3 moved. Is he the brother of Jimmy Conway? Who the fuck? Ashley Arul, one of the friends of the Casual Leggy. Is he the... I was just about to be on my way out, and you're giving me a tantalizing question for me to research. Jimmy Conway. Who's Jimmy Conway? Who's Jimmy Conway? Jimmy Conway. Let's Google Jimmy Conway. Oh! Yes! How could I have forgotten? Jimmy motherfucking A. What's the matter with you? Jimmy Conway. Yep. No, he's not the brother of Jimmy Conway. No. He doesn't have the mole on the right cheek to be the brother of Jimmy Conway. You want to rob a flight? Huh? Want to rob a flight with me? Let's go. You're acting a little off. All right, that's about it. I'll come back for the Tanmay N. Who is Tanmay N? I've seen Tanmay N somewhere. Why do I know Tanmay? Who's Tanmay?
Does he say 100? No. Nope. No, sir. Ha 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 ha. No way. Who's Tanman? Do I know Tanman? What's the matter with you, huh? James Conway. All right, that's it. I'll be back for the third session. The second session. Look, a man needs to eat. A man needs to sleep. And my chords are worse than and are. If I have to compare my chords right now, think John Mayer, how good they are. That's how bad my chords are right now. So I'll have to call it quits, guys. I thought I would play some. I don't think so. Look, I don't think so too. So we both are on the same team. So we'll have to end the broadcast right now, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's just gentlemen over here. Not too sure about the gentle part. Just men. I thought I'll show you some Shoaib Akhtar masterclass on how to bowl bouncers, but let's save that for another day. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you on the other side. Whatever the fuck that means.